Recording started.
Hey, couch potatoes. Welcome to another episode of On the Sofa with me, your girl, Lil Sonya. Come in, take a seat, and let's get the conversation started. Hey, couch potatoes. Welcome to episode 2 of On the Sofa with your girl, me, Lil Sonya. Welcome all, and to all my new viewers. Tonight, we have on the sofa with us a very special guest, a dear friend of mine, and a sister, not just a friend, a sister, business associate, and so much more. Tawana Mouton, welcome to the sofa, girlfriend.
Thank you, girl. Thank you.
And thank you so much for sitting down with us this evening. I have to warn you guys that this may be some sensitive content as we're getting into survivorship. So, Tawana, I don't know if you had an opportunity to check out any of our episodes, but what I like to do is ask my guest to pick a number no greater than your current age.
I'm going to go with 40.
What number?
I'll go with 40.
40.
Yeah.
So let's tell our viewers the number 40, the age 40, and how it ties into who Tawana is today. We're going from your age of 40 and how it ties into who you are right now today.
Oh, it's a big difference between her today and her 40. I'm going to say by the age of 40, I had experienced life in a lot of different ways. So over the last, I'm not going to tell my age, but over the years, I have to keep that 40-year-old person in mind, because that's when life really start lifing. Outside of having kids, that's when I think that's when I started growing. I started growing at about 40, making different decisions, kind of staying out the way. So yeah.
Setting your boundaries and protecting your peace.
Mm-hmm. And I'm still working on protecting my peace. So we're not gonna act like I got it mastered, because
we all are. We all are.
It's a struggle to do that, but when you have a good person in your corner, you could do that. So we've been rocking for some years.
Absolutely.
For a lot of years. So
since I moved to Vegas.
Yeah. That building over there on the K.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. But yeah.
It's been a long time, and the beauty of it is that we can separate and not talk for a minute, and when we come back together, it's like
ain't there's never been a separation.
That's when
just like that.
Friendship.
Right, exactly.
That's when you get a real friendship. So Tawana, I took it upon myself, and I've told my story, bits and pieces, not everything, because it's so much shit.
It's a lot.
When you're dealing with a narcissist and you're in a domestic violent relationship. And I've told it on YouTube, so if anybody want to check it out, they can go over to YouTube. And I think I have some clips on the sofa with Lil Sonya on Facebook. But tell us a little bit about how you survived. How did it start for you?
My first bad, I'm not even gonna call it bad, because at the end of the day, it was a lesson, right? A lesson and a blessing all at the same time.
If only a survivor will see it as such.
I mean, we gotta be honest and call it what it was, right? The whole relationship was not bad. The beginning of the relationship, it was a lot to handle, because I took on kids before I had kids. But it's the choice that I made, right? How it started, it wasn't anything that really led up to it. You know what I mean? Like, now that we've been through so much and we've grown, we know to look for red flags, right? There wasn't any. Um, we had our, regular couples disagreements and but nothing major. And one day I want to say he probably came to the house drunk, I think is our first episode. And I was pregnant with our daughter.
So wait a minute. Was alcohol a problem in this relationship? Did he have an alcohol problem? Did he abuse alcohol as well?
Eventually,
Okay,
eventually.
okay, okay. So this
But
is going
not in the beginning.
shut the
hmm
hell up, let you talk. Go ahead.
No, you good. I mean, we was years in. Um, he did his dirt, I did my dirt. It is what it is. He didn't have no kids on me. I did have a child on him. But we still, we worked it out because that's what we wanted to do. So we did that. But the abuse started when I was pregnant with our daughter, the first child that me and him made together. I was pregnant with her and we broke out into a fight. The argument led into a physical altercation. He drugged me downstairs while I was pregnant
How many
with
months
his
were you?
daughter.
How many months?
Ooh, like 5, 6. I was far.
Okay.
I was far. So the first episode, I can remember him pulling me by my legs down the stairs, and my son is upstairs, and my son is crying. What he gonna do? He little. He was like 2.
Yeah.
So how it ended is I ended up hitting him. I had to defend myself. I'm fighting
Absolutely.
for me,
Absolutely.
the child I'm carrying, and the child that's at the top of the stairs crying because what's going on here? So it was that. I remember when I made it down the stairs, it was an iron right there, and that was that. He ended up leaving after I hit him with the iron. I'm pretty sure he still has the scar. So it started there. Like there were no red flags, no warning signs, no none of that, prior to this day where when it just went bad, when it was bad, it just went bad. And that's what happened. But it didn't stop.
Do you
It didn't
think
stop.
now that you look back that there was always some type of substance abuse involved and you just didn't know?
Mm-mm,
No?
mm-mm.
So this ninja
And
just
I
went
and and
right.
I say that because oftentimes I replay it.
Yeah.
I replay it a lot still, and it
And we don't
happens.
need to.
Mm-mm,
It just
but it just
pops up.
happens. Mhm.
Yes.
Because at this point, when you go through so much with a man, or in my case, 2 men, because I've been in 2 domestic violence relationships,
Mm.
and now, even with my current situationships or whatever you want to call them, a man raising his voice to me, that's a red flag now.
Ooh, yes. And a trigger.
It's a trigger.
And a
hmm
trigger because you immediately go into defense mode, like, okay, I'm getting ready to
Immediately. Because what's coming next? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I done seen this
So
before.
I I I think about it a lot. Like, where did it go wrong? Even as I was preparing myself mentally to actually talk about things that I've never talked about, such as this. There's people know, but there's not one person that knows it all.
Oh,
As much
true.
as I've cried on your shoulder, I feel like you know a lot. You know what I'm saying? You probably know more than I've ever told anybody about the situation, how it started. Most people know how it ended, but they don't know how it actually started or
Nobody's doing
when it started. Because back then, and I say back then because it was several years ago, over 20 to be exact, but nonetheless, um, what nobody talking about that. It's like one of those things where it's kind of like what go on in my house, stay in my house type thing. You know what I'm saying?
one of our
Um,
biggest mistakes sometimes.
mhm, mhm. Yes, definitely one of the biggest mistakes. The ending, the ending result was I almost died
Hmm.
with 3 kids.
I've been there.
So I call it a lesson because it taught me a lot, but still back then I was still young and I don't feel it didn't teach me enough.
Mm.
Um, but it's a blessing because at the end of the day, I have 2 beautiful daughters from that relationship,
And you survived it.
and I did.
You sitting here telling your
Hmm.
story.
Yep,
I
I did.
just got triggered because when you said that he drug you while you were pregnant, I
Hmm.
can recall. I can recall when my son's father and I had to be almost ready about 8, 9 months. Did the same thing to me, but not only did he drag me, he proceeded to stump me in my belly,
Mm.
knowing I was high risk. And I beat myself up for that sometimes because I'm like, you still stuck around.
Hmm.
You still stuck around. You still protected this motherfucker like
Hmm.
he was deserving of being protected.
Right.
Um, but people don't understand the psychological aspect of being in an
Mm-mm.
abusive relationship
Because
with a
it's
with a
not just
professional
physical.
fucking manipulator.
It's not just physical. It's mental. It's
And they do
it's a
that
mental
first.
thing. And mental
At
is
first.
worse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They get into
Yep.
you mentally and then they fuck you up physically.
Hmm.
Then
Yep.
what can you do? Because you crushed, you broken inside.
And you don't want to tell nobody.
You've
So you
turned away
hide
from your
it.
family and friends
Hmm.
in an effort to survive this relationship and make it work for your
Hmm.
kids. Because we do
Hmm.
all of this BS
For the
for
kids.
our children.
Hmm. Yep. That's true. Definitely have to agree with you on that. Definitely. Fear of being a single mom.
Yep.
What are the
A
people going to think?
statistic.
What are the people going to say?
Yep.
Oh, she's single with 3 kids, or however many kids, whatever it is.
What did she do to him?
Hmm.
I hate that
That's
one.
another thing. Hmm.
People,
It's
you don't gotta do nothing to crazy. Crazy is
mhm.
just
It's just
crazy.
crazy. It is what it is. Just crazy. And there's no healing crazy. No matter how good of a person you are, no matter how hard you try to make it work, you cannot fix crazy. You can't.
Yeah. Share with
So,
share with us some of the other things that you experienced during the domestic violence journey, because that's exactly what it was. If you
hmm.
don't mind, some of the other things that you experienced with this man.
It was so much, but it was mostly arguing, right? But in my head, you did it once, so you're capable of doing it again whenever you get ready. So again, you take me out of my comfort zone, and now I feel like I always have to be in defense mode with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then there comes the disrespectful things, and when I say disrespectful, I'm referring to not taking care of home the way you used to take care of home, financially. But you get to the point and you're like, well, I'm tired of arguing. I don't want to fight tonight, so I'm just not going to say nothing. I'm going to be quiet because I
Yeah.
don't want to fight tonight. So then there comes that shutdown, right? My guards are up, but I'm a shut down because I need some type of peace in here. So you just don't say nothing. So then you start letting things slide in fear of when I finally get fed up and I finally put my foot down, what's going to happen to me?
Mm.
When I finally got fed up after having our second daughter, when I went on maternity leave, this fool went on maternity leave too. Well, I went back to work and he decided he wasn't going back. So now I'm taking care of my three kids and your three kids. That's six kids. So the
So
final
his
job,
kids from previous relationship was living with
mhm,
y'all?
we had them every weekend,
Okay,
but
okay.
I raised his daughter.
Got you. Got you.
Hmm. Yep. So got tired of that. My youngest was, what was she? November. She was like 4 months, 3 or 4 months, and I just got to the point. I was tired. I
Wow.
couldn't. I couldn't do it no more. I was tired. I
That's
was
a lot.
working. I was working full time. I went back to work early just to make sure that these kids in this household is going to be taken care of. These bills got to get paid. These
And
kids got
how
to
old
get
were
taken
you?
care of. 26,
Oh, Tawana, that's a lot.
25, 26.
6 kids,
Six
26,
kids. Hmm.
and a new baby.
Hmm. So got tired. He picked me up from work one day in my car with my kids, and there was beer cans in my car. There, my car smelled like weed. So I know you and your friends been joyriding in my car today. But I also know that you didn't have my kids all day because you dropped them off at my auntie house. My cousin been having them. You picked my kids up right before you picked me up from work.
To make it seem like he had them.
Hmm. So when I was bringing it up to him, telling him I'm tired of this. I can't do this. If I'm gonna take care of these kids by myself, I'm gonna be by myself, right? So we, I was just, I was at the end. I couldn't go no more. We got home, had a conversation, surprisingly, a civilized conversation. But baby, that was the calm before the storm. I had no idea what was gonna happen to me the next day. So I was letting him keep my car so that he can get his stuff out of my house, and go bring it probably to his mom's, wherever he was gonna go. Well, we end up dropping my son off at school. Mind you, I have a cousin, a little cousin that's in the hospital, and he's not doing good. He was on life support. We knew he was gonna pass away. We already had family starting to come in town and everything. So I had picked up one of my cousins the night before, and she ended up leaving her luggage in my car. So this next morning, we dropped my son off at school, and it's raining outside. But I'm still thinking everything is good. I'm thinking that we just came to a mutual agreement that our time was just done together. We dropped him off. He turns the opposite way from my job. So I remember telling him, like, where are we going? I gotta be to work in a few minutes. Just drop me off at work and then you can go do whatever it is you need to do. He's speeding up a back street and he says, "You not going to work today. If I can't have you, nobody can." So I'm sitting in the car like, damn, what do I do? My babies are in the back seat. I can't. jump out the car and leave this fool with my kids. So I remember sitting there, I'm just like, damn, I'm finna die. Like, this man really finna kill me. And it was nothing I can do. I jump out of a moving car, I might get ran over by the car. I jump out the car and do what? Leave my babies in here? What you gonna do with my kids?
Yeah.
So I stayed in the car. And my mind is just everywhere. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what his plan was. But like he said, I wasn't going to work. So we're coming up on this intersection, but in front of us is a brick wall. And I just knew he was going to run into that wall and kill all of us. So then I started thinking about my son. My son finna not have no mom because I'm finna die. We get to the intersection.
Take your time, sis.
We get to the intersection. And a delivery truck hit us, but hit us on my side of the car.
Oh my God.
And my baby is in the back seat, in her car seat. She's sitting behind me. And I don't remember nothing else after that. I remember waking up in the hospital. I was inside of one of those, what's that, the machine that they put your body in and scan your body? I forget what it's called.
It's the MRI machine, right? I forgot what it's
Yeah,
called.
that. I forgot what it's called. When I woke up, I was in there.
Oh, I know that was scary.
I didn't know what happened to me. I didn't have my phone. The only phone number that I could remember was my dad's number. And they called him. And he came to the hospital. Once I made it back to my room, that's when I was told you were in a car accident. And I'm just like, where's my kids? I remember my kids were there. I didn't remember what happened. I remember the last words that he told me. If I can't have you, nobody can. That's what I could remember. I'm cut up. I'm bleeding from, I don't even know where all the blood was coming from. Couldn't move my right arm. I had a gash in my head. I still have glass in my head because the doctors thought that they took it all out and they didn't. Um, Police there, family there now. Um, I remember a nurse saying that it was over, that they had arrested him. Um, my brothers were at the hospital, my cousins were there. They left to go get my son from school. In all this time, us not knowing that this man had my kids, and he keeps calling the hospital asking, did that bitch die yet?
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. So one of the nurses told him, yeah, she died and you have to come to the hospital to identify her body.
Mm.
And he came to the hospital to identify my body.
Are you serious? He fell for that.
Mm-hmm. And he came with my two daughters. So I remember my auntie coming in my room and she was like, I got the kids. I couldn't even hold my kids because the right side of my body was messed up. Come to find out, they had to cut me out of my own car.
Oh, Tawana.
If that truck wouldn't have hit us, me and my kids would have been dead, and my son would have just been left by himself. I mean, he would have had family, but he wouldn't have had his mom or his sisters. The truck.
Prevention works in a mysterious way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So there was that. For court, the whole while he was saying it was just an accident. It was just an accident. The day of trial, he took a plea bargain and got out of jail that day.
Wait a minute, Tawana. That wasn't attempt murder or
He has those
what
charges,
type
but
of plea bargain did they give him to get out
he
of jail?
didn't do
Three people's lives.
he got out of jail with those charges on his record, and he did a couple of months in jail.
And
And
that's
that
why
was
we
that.
suffer so much because the system is not designed to protect us
It's
all
not. It's not.
at all. They take
Mm-mm.
these men to jail, they let them out, they
Mm-hmm.
propose counseling or anger management. They
Mm-hmm.
go just to fulfill the sentencing, and then they get out and beat your ass again.
Mm-hmm. So when he got out, you know what started happening? He started popping up in my house.
So now we stalking.
And one night I knew he was on my patio. I heard him. I knew he was there. I was in a girl's room. I knew he was there. So I called the police. When the police got there, he told the police that restraining order is just a piece of paper. It's gonna take more than a piece of paper to keep me away from her and my kids.
He didn't care.
Mm-mm.
And that's scary.
So I was like, I'm not doing this. I packed my kids and we moved to Louisiana with whatever we could fit in the car and started all over again.
Did the same shit. I did the
Like
same thing. Didn't want
balcony.
nothing
Mm-mm. Nope.
but to live.
That's it. That's
But to
it.
live.
Y'all let this man out after I spent all these days in ICU. My baby was 3, 4 months old and she was already too heavy. I couldn't even pick her up because my right side was too weak to hold her. But I was breastfeeding her. I
Mm,
had to stop breastfeeding her because I was on all that medicine.
yeah.
That was a wake up call. It was a wake up call. And like I said, it's not something that just gradually got worse over time. Like all of this stuff transpired probably maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
When you come face to face with demons,
Hmm.
with straight up demons.
Hmm. So
And they probably
for a
present
long
to your
time,
kids
all I
too.
could think is if I would have just kept dealing with it. You know what I mean? If I would have just not said nothing, I blamed myself for a long time after that because I really almost died, and who would have took care of my babies?
Yeah.
So in my head, for a long time, it was my fault until one day I had to realize that it was not my
Mm-mm.
fault. It wasn't my fault.
Mm-mm.
but it happened and I put my kids through it. My kids witnessed it, and that was a big regret for me.
Yeah.
A big regret. And for years I was always so defensive in the next relationships. When it came to arguing, you raising your voice at me, us having a disagreement, I was always so nervous to experience those things because it's like, are you gonna hit me too? Am I gonna
Yeah.
have to fight you too?
It
As a
really,
female, you only can fight a man so
yeah.
much. You only can do so much to him until
I
you
was just
can't do
about to say that.
nothing.
I was just about to say that it's only so much you can do, and
Hmm.
I fight back, male or female. So
We have to.
that's why I used to get the business because we gonna fight back, bitch. I'm
We
gonna get a
gon'
scratch.
you have
You ain't just
to.
gonna beat me.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
You feel me?
No.
Like I gotta laugh about it now because that's how I was thinking. Like, okay, let
Hmm.
me hit him first.
Yeah. Hmm.
Let me go and get my 1-2 in because I know he finna lay me out.
Cause he finna hit me, so I'm finna hit you first. This time I'm gonna give you a reason to hit me.
Yep.
You do it
Yep.
for no reason, so let me give you a reason. Cause now I'm hitting you first.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, they give you no other choice.
You don't have any other choice.
I'm so glad.
You get
Yeah.
caught off guard that one time. And for a lot of us, that's all it takes is the one time. But what about
Yeah.
the ones who it takes more than that one time?
Yeah. You know what made me finally be like enough is enough. And this is crazy. As much trauma and chaos as I endured throughout the little stint that I was in that relationship,
Hmm.
um, I watched a movie. I watched girl, what's that movie with Denzel Washington and Ray Allen when he was the his name was Jesus.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I forgot the name of the movie, but it's the movie with Denzel Washington. He was in prison, and his son was Ray Allen, and his name was Jesus, and he was this like phenomenal basketball player. I think they was in the Bronx or something in New York. I think it's a Spike Lee film, but Denzel Washington in the movie, his character was sentenced to life in prison for killing his wife unintentionally.
Mm.
He was drinking. They argued. He pushed her while they were in the kitchen arguing. She fell, hit her head on the counter, and died.
And he ain't even
And
mean to do it.
I was like, this could be me.
Mm.
Now, at the time, I'm sleeping with a gun under my pillow every night.
Yeah,
Because I'm going
because
to take
what
him
else
out.
do you do?
I'm at the point. I'm going to take him out one more time. I'm
Hmm.
taking my right hand. That's what I was on. And
Hmm.
so my godmother called me and she was like, because cell phones wasn't popping back then, text messages.
And
She called
mm.
and she was like, whatever you're planning to do, because she's a prophetess. Whatever you planning to do, don't do it. She was like, you're gonna go to jail for life for premeditated murder. I stopped, got off the phone, and I had been to the laundromat that morning. So my stuff was still in the bags. I didn't unpack nothing. I stopped, got off the phone. I waited till that night until he went to work, and I did the same thing you did and loaded my car
Yeah.
up with everything
Hmm.
I could and never looked back.
Hmm.
Never looked back. The first mistake
Hmm.
I did when I did look back, um, I forgot what happened. I think I was taking my son to visit or going to pick up. I was going to pick up something for my son because he wasn't with me. And
Hmm.
he was a baby at the time. And this nigga locked me in his house and beat and raped me for 48 hours.
Hmm.
For 48 hours.
living with the enemy and we don't even be knowing.
Oh, we know. We know, because guess what? I'm going to take some accountability right now. We get dozens of red flags and we ignore them.
Ignore them. Mm-hmm.
We think we can fix everybody and everything.
Mm-hmm. When the first time should have been enough.
Mm-hmm. That should have been it.
Yep.
It shouldn't even got there because we had red flags before the first time.
Mm-hmm.
We had them.
Mm-hmm. And
it saddens me that this new generation think that this is a journey of fun and excitement to be in toxic and chaotic relationships when there's some women that aren't here to tell their story.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Or sitting behind bars for defending themselves simply because they failed to pick up the phone and call 911.
And call for help. I mean, being us in America today, well, we shouldn't be calling 911 anyway.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't like that back then, but think about the young people today. What if we were in our situations, right? But we were in them today? With all of the stuff that happened today, we wouldn't call them people.
Mm-mm.
We wouldn't call them.
Baby, we'd be doing GoFundMe's for retainers.
Hello? Hoping, wishing, and praying that somebody starts selling some plates, okay? Or something. Yeah, no.
Get us a good lawyer.
We wouldn't call them.
My experience has a lot to do with my anger issues today that I'm working on. Because you know me, I can go from 0 to 100 like
real quick.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's just like
when you have to do that for so long, that's all you know at some point.
You stay in survival mode.
It comes, I mean, that's a trait that we're going to be forever stuck with.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but it's true. Yeah. We're going to be forever stuck with that. Don't walk up on me. Don't raise your voice at me. Don't flinch at me.
Yep.
We're not going to be able to do none of that.
And I'm sorry to say, the person on the receiving end may not be well aware of the PTSD that we're experiencing, because we do experience a form of PTSD from that shit.
Yeah, but people don't understand that either, because
Nope.
I'm not going to say nobody, but people don't want to talk about it, right?
That's true.
Even just like me. Before we got on here, what did I say? Sis, you know I'm not used to telling nobody my business.
Yeah. It's just, for me, it helps me to heal, to get it out, because it's still in there. Like, neither one of us are completely healed from anything that we've been through. And for you, it happened for you double time, you know. For me, I was fortunate. I found a man who was a man, and I've been with him for over 20 years. Thank God. It may not sometimes be the best. I mean, who has the best relationship? But it works. But it works, and we love one another.
But that's all that matters.
And
that's what matters.
I had to tell myself to get right and get some straightening in my marriage, because in the beginning I was treating it as if it was my previous relationship, guarded, you know, always ready on go mode, and it didn't have to be like that.
Right. But see, your situation is so much different than mine, because as crazy as it is, I met my second abuser while I was still bruised up and bandaged up from this incident.
Oh my God. So you went from one right into another.
Nope.
Okay.
So I had.
What was your race? Say, honey, if I was you, I'd be smoking cigarettes for the rest of my life.
And I don't no more, sis. But So I had met him at the park. I was at the park with my kids. And like I said, I don't remember how long I have been out of the hospital, but I still remember, having the glass in my head, my hand being wrapped up from being cut up. That's how we met. When this man wouldn't stop coming to my house and the police couldn't do nothing about it because he hadn't touched me. Um,
That's them
I
loopholes.
up, hmm I up and I left. Like I said, I packed my kids, so we left and we went to Louisiana and we were there for several years. Um, when I left, I didn't stay in contact with this man that was helping me get through what I had just gone through, right? I didn't stay in contact with him or nothing. Um, we left, we were gone for several years and moved back eventually. We left Louisiana and went back to Oregon, ended up running into him again, the same dude, not the kid's dad. Running into him again, things were good. Again, when they were good, they were good. Never expecting this man to basically do the same thing that this other man did, just not as bad, right? Um, After all these years, like, what happened to me when we met. I didn't hide it. I couldn't hide it, right? Um, we were together for several years. No arguments, no nothing. We would go out together, like to clubs and bars and whatever, right? Didn't have no kids with him, but I still had my three kids. But when we signed them papers, he turned into a whole different person. After we got
He was
married,
his then. He felt
huh?
like he had some ownership.
hmm I don't even know that we were married for maybe 2 or 3 months. And here I go all over again in a whole nother situation with my kids. This time, my kids are older. My son already guarded. Like, I'm not watching my mom go through nothing like this no more ever again with nobody, right? This time, I'm at home. My kids sleep. I got to get up and go to work in the morning. I'm asleep. All I said was, I'm not going to argue with you tonight. And I turned my back. And that was the worst thing I could have did. All I remember is being locked in the bathroom, face bleeding. I can't breathe. My nose is all full of blood. My eyes, I don't know where all the blood was coming from, but later on I learned that it was all just coming from my nose. But I had two black eyes from being punched
From being
in
hit in the
my
nose.
nose.
Yeah, been there, been there. Mhm.
His ass punched me and broke my nose while I was had my back turned to him. Never even seen it coming. But on the other end of this bathroom door is my three kids banging on the door for this man to let me out. And that was the second time. What happened? Forgave him. Oh, that's my husband. We're gonna make it work. Couple years later, we moved to Vegas to start over. That's how we went in
And Vegas
Vegas
is the number one city for domestic
for
violence
domestic violence. Exactly.
in the United States.
hmm And the last straw with that was when my daughter See, with him, it wasn't so much physical abuse. With him, it was the mental. But there was those couple
That's worse.
instances of the
That's worse.
physical. Exactly. Exactly. So, my daughters was hearing me being called out of my name and accused of doing this and accused of doing that until one day my oldest daughter, she couldn't take it no more. She pulled a knife out in her. She was like, I dare you to call my mom out of her name one more time. I'm going to jail with my brother. At that point, I was done.
That was it. Hmm.
I ain't looked back since. Mm-mm.
That was it.
That was it. Nope. I'm not about to lose my kid or my kids behind a man. You don't want to work on yourself. That's on you, right? Um, but with him, I was not able to hide any of it as long as I was able to hide it with the first one.
Okay.
Um, because when he broke my nose, how am I hide that?
That's true.
How do you hide that?
You can't. You
How do you
can't. It's
hide a
right here
broke?
in the face. It's too physical.
Exactly. I have stitches in my nose with two black eyes. How the hell am I supposed to hide that? Since I don't wear no makeup.
Yeah.
If somebody made me a millionaire tomorrow to put some damn eyeliner on, I can't do it.
But even still with a broken nose, like you
You
puffy,
can't hide it.
no, it's
Exactly.
nothing to hide. I mean, even if you put
Hmm.
on a pair of shades, they gonna see you.
You can't hide it.
Been there.
Can't hide it.
I was lying telling folks
So,
I was in a car accident.
girl, I wasn't able to lie and say nothing. I I couldn't. Now at this point, my kid's old enough to talk. Oh, they
Yeah.
telling.
Yeah.
They telling.
Yeah.
He put his hands on my mom. At this point, my son is old enough. My son is like, I'm gonna kill him. So, like I said, when my daughter pulled that knife out and told him that she was gonna kill him. Mm-mm, nope. And ever since then, I don't let nobody get too comfortable.
In and out.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-mm. In and out, like you said, you cannot get too comfortable. And like I said, everything is a trigger warning. I don't, till this day, I'm not arguing with you. If I have to argue with you, baby, we don't even need to communicate.
Too much unnecessary energy.
Uh-huh.
I'm not even trying to vibrate as low as you, sir.
I'm not doing it, baby. I can't argue. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that. Don't raise your voice at me. It's a trigger.
Yeah.
Don't call me out of my name. That's a trigger.
Please don't call me out my
Don't
name.
don't grab me. Even if you're trying to
Yeah.
make me sit down and talk to you, don't
Or
touch me.
stand up too motherfucking
It
quick.
exactly. Don't make no fast movements. It's all a trigger. It's all a trigger. So now at this point, after I've been through so much and survived so much, right?
Yeah.
If I have to argue with you, that means you don't know how to communicate. And if you don't know how to communicate, we can't do nothing. I don't
And
want you
if the ninja
in
want to
my
get
space. I don't want to be
physical,
on. Exactly. Hmm.
if he want to get physical, ladies, in the bed, outside the bed, if he want to go crazy, if he want to act a fool, Tawana, show him what you making for him.
we got
Cause
some.
she
We have some. We
some
got some
nice
stuff.
thin keychains for you ladies now. Because out of
Yeah,
all this toxicity and chaotic behavior that she's endured, something beautiful came out of it. And
it
that's her
did
blooming
something
business.
that we did not have back in the day. Um, let me see. Let me find a full one. Let's do this one. Is that gonna cut your live off if we show them what some of these things are? Okay. Let me see what's on this one. I don't know if this one has everything, but see, nowadays, a female can't go to sleep and hide nothing under her pillow like back in the day, right? You got to be more discreet with it. So we have a key.
Oh, my baby
Never
got
mind
me.
my. You said they got them.
Girl, you know I keep my kids strapped.
And there's this. This is what's in the key. If you know, you know. If you don't, then that's not for you. So we have that. We have just some other stuff just to make it look like your regular keys. We have how people kidnapping people nowadays.
Yeah,
This you just put it. I can't demonstrate it because it's gonna break the glass.
that's fine.
Um, I was looking for something to push it up against, but they're not gonna be able to see it anyways. Anyways, you take this, you push it on the window, and it's gonna bust the window. You
Mm,
got a seatbelt cutter or slash rope cutter. It'll cut a rope. So
okay.
this is basically, hold on, there it goes. It's basically if you need it to be, it's another key, easier to get
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Um, for the girls with long nails, we have this. You could just use it and put some pressure where
Yeah.
you need to apply pressure if you're not strong enough. Then we have these too.
Nice.
You could apply some more pressure where you need to apply pressure. But at the
So
same time,
everything on that chain is a defense
mhm,
mechanism.
yep. The only thing that is not, because you still want to keep it discreet.
Yeah, absolutely.
You still want it to look like keys. So for me, I put I have, hold on. Okay, that wasn't closed all the way. I just have like a flashlight on here. I put a bottle opener on here. We can't forget about this. We can't forget about the spray. We have those too.
Yes.
Um, I put a hand sanitizer bottle on here and a little thing, just a little fur ball, just something to kind of cover up some of
And
the
we used
things
to
that are
carry
on
big
here.
keys and stuff like that back in the
Hmm.
day.
Yeah.
We did. I got kicked out of school for shit like that, but that's another story. Um,
We have I know I don't have no more.
how
So
much
there's
does something
comb.
like that cost?
So right now I'm getting ready to I was actually working on it before we got on here. So this one is 40,
Okay.
but I have ones that have less. So it just depends what all is on there on the keychain. But I'm getting ready to do a sale because I'm tired of looking at these. I have
I want to buy some for my little cousins for Christmas and stuff. You know, they be out there catching the bus back and forth to school, and it's a lot
these
going on in Chicago.
they have to be protected somehow, some way.
Yeah.
And we're not advertising for these kids to be walking around with no, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
They can't do it. Rather it's fake or it's not fake. It's not safe for us in the streets, period.
No.
So this one, something is not on this one. This one is 30. Oh, this one don't have this.
Okay. Okay.
But let me put this back in here before I so there's that one, but then I have some that I'm starting at $20. It's getting ready to be winter time. It's getting ready to be
Sales getting
election
ready to come
time.
on.
These kids is back in school. These children is already shooting up schools already. These kids barely
Yep.
even got back to school. So I'm getting ready to make some more. And because of everything that, we're going through right now and these kids going to school, I'm going to have some starting at $20.
All right. Well, when you
But
get them done,
even,
you know,
I
shoot them
know,
to me.
I'm going to send you
I'm
some pictures because I got a whole, but
I'm gonna
I
market
got
them
some more
for
right
you.
here. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on is, I mean, the schools don't want these kids to have nothing to protect themselves. I'm
Yeah, but they
lucky
need
enough.
it.
I don't have no kids in school, but I have grandsons
Yeah.
that are in school, and they not gonna be walking around with nothing like this. But all these little girls, and then think about all these little girls that walk to and from school by themselves,
Yeah.
or they
Like
catch the
my daughter.
bus. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to have something that they could just grab, or they, walk
Anything
down the
can
street with
happen.
this on your wrist, and
They
nobody
can
is
be
not
going
gonna
somewhere. They could be going to work. They could go on
anywhere.
Thanksgiving. Anything can
Hmm.
happen.
Yep.
You know, people are weird, men and women alike.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I'm doing these. Um, these kids have to be protected
Yeah. And we
somehow,
do
some way,
too.
and we
And
do
we
too.
do too. So, ladies, all you ladies that's watching, get with my girl to want to let them know where they can find you because we're going to have to finalize this live.
We're everywhere. We are on Facebook, Your Way Creations. We're Instagram as well as TikTok.
All right. And once this live is edited and uh restreamed, we'll have all of her information, her contact information. We'll have some photos
Mm,
or some videos or some of the things that she makes because this is not the only thing that she creates. She's a
not
genius,
by
y'all.
far.
Trust me. But these kind of tied into what we were talking about tonight. So I'm glad she had them available to show them to y'all. Tawana, thank you so much for coming and sharing your story with us this evening. I know it wasn't easy for you, so
Mm-mm.
I applaud you and I'm giving you your flowers tonight
Thank you, sis.
for being a survivor. And we're going to get through this. And one of these days, we're going to be completely healed and break that generational curse
We will.
because we're
We
not the only.
will. Mm-mm.
Thank you for everybody who tuned in and watched this broadcast, this stream. If you didn't catch it, you can catch it again in a few minutes or later on in the week when it's edited and restreamed. I love you guys. I got to get out of here. I got shit to do. It's been real. Good night.
Good night.